Whether you're at home or right here, welcome to the Clash of Clans World Finals.
So excited, are you ready?
Audience, are you ready for your first match?
Everything is on the board, the town hall remains.
No way. And a fantastic 3-star to start.
P.E.K.K.A.s, 3 Super Witches, so many troops.
That druid was clutch.
Oh my goodness.
But it's still a 3-star.
Can you get your team to the grand final? Your moment is right now.
So let's now update you on the 3 teams remaining that are fighting for that prize money. The lower bracket final will be the first match here today. Elevate taking on Repotted Gaming. Remember, it's a lower bracket match. If you lose, you are eliminated and come in 3rd place. Winner advances to take on Tribe Gaming, and since Tribe is coming from the upper bracket, they have the advantage. All Tribe has to do is win 1 war, and they are the champions. It is time for the very first attack of the Clash of Clans World Championship, day number 3, as American is going in. Can he go with Root Riders and the Lightning Spell combination? 2 Earthquakes to pair in. You have to line up that Queen's Giant Arrow. Lightnings are down. We have a little bit of a final lightning, and he does have that arrow fly through and get the core value. What a great start there. Yeah, the Warden taking a lot of damage. Does have the Unicorn trying to heal him back up, but does pull them right out of there. Rockaloon trying to finish off the build hunt, and unfortunately not able to take it out. But with that poison spell onto the furnace, we're probably gonna have additional troops come out. Rockaloon's Ice Golem as well, as we are moving through into the Town Hall to ensure that first star. Ooh. Does activate a Tornado Trip and a poison with that Lava Hound.
Really good play with the Lava. Now the question is, do those troops split because of the Bitter Hut? That would be the worst thing for him. The Royal Champion hopping over now. He needs it with that Root Rider push. Instead, he's using that Rocket Spear ability to make sure that he's getting at least some value out of her. While the Root Riders are pushing to the far right, having some heroes behind them is crucial.
That was a smart play with the Royal Champion ability, because she would have got too far in front and the ability would have been wasted. Maybe only got a few shots off because of all the damage. But the RC tries to continue to go through. She does go down, but a Yeti and a couple Giants are over there. He's continuing his push to the right with these Root Riders. The King still has his ability.
And the Multi Inferno Tower waking up again, which means there's a lot of damage on all of those different troops. With Multi, it's really dealing a lot of damage. And the Warden, he needs that Rage Gem, the Giga Bomb.
Oh, he's moving. We do have the Sneezy going down. Pops that King ability. He's got to make his way to the backside. The Root Riders are opening this wall. Just a few defenses left. The Wizard Tower's a little bit further. There's only a few Giants left. The Warden's Rage Gem is clutch. Queen, don't go for a wall. Oh, can she grab it? The Warden, though, should reach over. She's going for the wall here, but the Warden's going to help. The Giants are there, and the first 3-star of the lower bracket. Max is leading it off for Elevate with the Super Yeti.
71%. This is all I'm saying. This is his hit rate, and it's higher than everyone else. He's starting things off with the Fireball to set up a nice funnel. Even Poison Tower is going to go down. The Warden is set. He's going to invest as well into Flame Flinger. We have seen that. The pros think that this is the strongest siege if you can set up, and so far.
Yeah, with that poison into the core, it not only clips the furnace, it also is going to slow down the defensive minion points. As he's raging up, he really wants to protect these healers. There's the overgrowth now onto the Town Hall, but not only does it benefit these Super Yetis from not getting hit, the Royal Champion, she is soloing down to the bottom side, and she looks completely safe down there.
What a clutch play, really giving that Royal Champion the opportunity to go through those defenses, which are not dealing as much damage to her. The Town Hall should wake up somewhat soon, and this is then where he can use those remaining hero abilities, because King, Queen, and Royal Champ all have their hero abilities still left.
With a freeze left as he deployed onto the Town Hall, the Royal Champion finally out possibility. The RSC will turn back. She's going to go for it. He's liking it so far. There's the freeze to the left. The Super Yetis go through the Town Hall. Been secured, and is delivering a 3-star answer as well, and this is a crushing attack. What a bounce back from his previous attack to getting not just a close one, but a dominating 3-star.
He is going in. We see the Root Riders again, but this time around, no Lava Hound. Instead, an Ice Hound as well. So far, things are looking great for him. Some traps are popping up though, and he has to be careful because there is quite some splash damage, and that Warden taking damage. The Fire Mites are swarming in, and now even some Rocket Dunes are getting lured out. He wants to get that Fire Spitter.
Queen gets frozen, but notice he does have a recall to pull this Queen back out with a Super Wall Breaker. Does he try to invest the Queen for the Town Hall? No. Pulls them back and just going to redeploy them right near the Town Hall so that the Queen and Warden can assist these Root Riders to push right on in and around this base and utilizing the core funnel that he took down with the arrow and lightning spells.
That's right. Because of the core takedown earlier, he has now really clear pathing if the outside troops can be quick enough to really keep those Root Riders inside the base. Yeah, there goes the Ice Hound, and he can freeze so much with this. I mean, as soon as this is going to pop, take a look at that. Even the Minion Prince might be able to be frozen. The Poison Tower already was triggered. The freeze effect is great. And now it's all about the back end. There are two defending heroes. There goes the freeze. But no, the Royal Champion might get targeted.
Okay.
She's throwing her spears.
That freeze was clutch to keep the RC ability intact. Those rocket spears are flying through, but we only have 24 seconds left in the attack. The King ability is going to have to clutch this up as he's moving through. The rage gem of this Warden was helping so much, but unfortunately the rage gem has disappeared. There goes the wall break. Spiky Ball goes through with only a few buildings left.
The wall break being clutched to get it. Just 9 seconds, and the Voyage Tower is going down. That wall break was incredible, leading into the last compartment. And Repotted, they are not stopping. Another 3 stars coming in, and Elevate has to answer again.
And he is bringing the roots here.
And he's starting things off with that Royal Champion, with the Orchid Loons redirecting the Royal Champ, so she's moving into a direction which he can decide early on to have this control over the attack as the Royal Champions keep charging forward. Take a look at that. I think over here that Repotted for sure expected like one of those Warden and Queen charges, and this is why we see so many skeleton spells. Oh, wait a second. Yes, sir. Oh, that is a heavy investment. 2 invisibility spells to redirect that Royal Champ. The Town Hall is getting the overgrowth treatment, which means it's going to be on a timeout for the next couple of seconds. We now have the Root Riders pushing around into the forest of the Fire Spitters.
And those troop launcher barrels getting out in front, spawning those rocket loons to test for the healers to pull those seeking air mines. But these roots continuing to move around. The Town Hall is now active again. Poisons out the Clan Castle with that furnace, but now he's going to be able to lock onto the Town Hall, pops the Warden ability to get them healed back up as he's moving around, and eventually now will step into the Giga Bomb. But there is that overgrowth straight to the core of the space where that defensive Minion Prince flies. The core is standing here for General X.
Oh no, the Royal Champion going down in her ability might have cost him big time. The Monster Crusher is staying alive, and take a look at that. He is getting those troops out of the way, and this is the first defense from this match. It's a high percentage, but still no 3-star on this one for Elevate. The important thing here, though, is the healer management, because remember, he's using the Flame Flinger on the far right side. This is what he has set up early on into the attack, and this means there's no troop thrower throwing in loons to save those healers from possible red or black air mines. And now we have the troops going. The hero is Town Hall is up next. He's using the invis on the far right to make sure the troops are staying together. It is going to be close on the back end. The Warden has to stay alive. The Rage Gem would be so important. The healer's taking a lot of damage.
The red air bombs are right on the outside there. Unfortunately, the Queen is still moving. The Boogers grabbing the ground expo. That's clutch. Yetis are coming out of the Flame Flanger with a Headhunter onto the defensive Royal Champion. The King's ability is going to be needed here to the backside with 1 freeze left for the Crush Mortar and the Multi-Inferno.
Oh, that King ability can be really game-changing as another wall break for the back end is here, and Repotted have saved the strategy of the tournament for when it matters.
They had this strategy in their back pocket the entire weekend.
Repotted even has the chance on the first 15-star match in this entire competition so far.
If you're Elevate, you just have to give your hats off to Repotted Gaming and say, GG. What a performance.
Welcome back. Here we are, in and amongst all of the noise. The crowd has been phenomenal. I've got a dancing OJ here next to me. OJ, what's going on, man?
What's going good?
Good. You know, it's good to see you. Lots of familiar faces. People at home can resonate with how amazing this experience must be for a lot of the fans. What's been some of your favorite moments so far?
Oh man, just seeing Repotted doing the attacks. There's revealing some special attacks, but Tribe is ready for them.
Tribe is going to be ready for them. Tribe have been waiting since yesterday. Repotted have shown up pretty well on the main stage. Almost our first perfect war up here. Kind of, do you feel like Repotted might have a little bit of momentum going into this? Tribe are going to have to dig deep.
No, we're so prepared for them. They're scared of us.
I like that. There's a sea of red here in the crowd, as you can imagine. Tribe, we've mentioned it a few times yesterday, kind of on home turf. What's the experience been like at DreamHack so far?
Oh, the experience has been awesome. There's so much energy. There's NA all over here. Everyone's so excited for Tribe. Tribe win!
Oh, here we go. I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost time for our grand final here at DreamHack Atlanta. Don't go anywhere.
Here we go, Bash. It is Repotted Gaming starting, this time with Leo. He does have the lightning spells, looking to line up that giant arrow just like the last wall.
We've seen them using this trick, obviously with great success here. I mean, I would say Leo 3-starred in the last war, but pretty much everyone 3-starred in the last war for Repotted. And there goes that giant arrow in. Lightning's in there to finish off that multi-gear in that Inferno Tower. Great start, exactly the strike he was looking for. Leo going ahead, recalled that queen, and now she's back in. It looks like she might go around the exterior. She's going to go ahead and duck back in with the roots.
Yeah, having that Royal Champion just to the perimeter to help make sure she's stripping apart those defenses. Love the Ice Golem to tank the two heroes here. That defending minion prince hits hard. So he's able to freeze that. Not sending in the Headhunters though, in order to help with sniping that off using another Ice Golem. He's about to hit the Gigabomb. Hits all that damage, and there's that Warden ability to heal stuff back up.
Warden ability to protect. There was a Headhunter that snuck in there, was actually protected by that Warden ability, getting through those defending heroes. Remember, the King can't reach up and take that Minion Prince out, so those Headhunters were so clutch. RC ability is striking right now. Rocket Spear's throwing. The big thing is this Monolith. Can he have enough force to get through? It looks really strong right here, but his force is starting to fade out a little bit. But with the King still a spiky ball, that's going to come in. That Rocket Spear takes out the Scatter Shot. Looking super strong. He's just got to get over and take that Monolith down.
He's got enough. Leo picking things up for Repotted as they mean to go on a 3-star.
It is going to be a Dragon Strike with a long invisibility, long RC charge here. So a heavy spell commitment, but if you can get the pathing, you can get the value from this RC charge, these dragons will wreck Leo's base.
Oh, I always hate to see so many giant bombs immediately, because if he can snipe the Spirit Fox off early, then he can't use the rotations. And it is on the Slither of Health. I'm expecting more giant bombs down here. There's the Tornado Trap rotating them into more giant bombs. And down goes the Spirit Fox. Now he cannot double cycle. He has to just keep using the invis spells. And can he even get this RC to the Town Hall to get it down?
He's going to have to redirect her here. Maybe make the Scatter Shot Poison Tower invisible to redirect. And he does just that. Pops her ability. The Haste Foul will push her right into the Town Hall. But like you mentioned, without that Spirit Fox, you're not going to get quite as much value. You still do have that heavy commitment. Might even save this last invis. No, he's going to commit the last invis in here to try to get that poison tower down so he doesn't have to deal with it later.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Just about snipes that off, which is critically important. Not a lot of core defenses there. Ricochet cannons are going to be good. It just depends on air traps, to be honest. He's still got that Minion Prince ability, but he has to wait until the Minion Prince turns, probably towards the Clan Castle, to get any decent shot on it. Even now, he can't use it. He's holding on to it, hoping the Minion Prince ability doesn't go off automatically, but he's lost the Archer Queen at the bottom of the base, and this is going to fizzle out to quite a low percentage, Bash. So he's not far off, but the way Repotted are starting, and the way they've been performing today, definitely a miss, like you said.
3 Rue Riders, 8 rocket balloons in here. I don't see any quakes, don't see any lightning, so I don't know that we're going to see the Queen trick, as she also has the action figure equipment. Look at all of those traps he just soaked up with that balloon right there.
A little bit slow here with the air skellies. Nice little placement from Tribe Gaming, because that will slow the Archer Queen down and mean that you might not tag her onto the defenses using the Angry Jelly as easily.
He almost Queen went to ability there with the enemy Queen firing. He did manage it just right, getting that invis just in time.
Yeah, and check out that top compartment he has to get to as well. We're probably going to see an overgrowth there to help minimize damage. But notice that the second overgrowth, he doesn't hit the same defenses. Now he shifts it that little bit so they can take the multi-target Inferno since the troops are in that location. Things are not necessarily going to plan here because his healers are stuck back over on the other troops, so most of his Root Riders are down, which means moving to this back end, he's going to be in a lot of trouble, Bash.
Queen now stepping into that monolith department. Remember, that's shut down, and she's going to be able to deal with the king. That minion prince is looming large over everyone. The Queen is really the only line of defense. Excuse me, the world champion is there as well. He's going to go ahead and use Rocket Loon for that multi. Finally gets the minion prince down, and this is looking pretty strong, except for he doesn't have a lot of support left.
It is a miss. It's a higher percentage than that of P. Castro, but this is exactly what Tribe Gaming needed.
Kneeback sending the dragons in from the top side of the base. Queen on the bottom side of the base. Warded ability is early. He's going to go have a straight path right into the town hall, and there's that bowler trick up there on that air defense, Judo.
Yeah, the bowler's taking damage from the mortar. They do get the air defense. Would have obviously been nice to get the wizard tower as well, but not the end of the world. He's got the minion prince ability for through the core of this base. He's got to make sure he gets the pathing in towards the town hall here, Bash.
He put a baby dragon to finish off that wizard tower, and it caught some red air bombs there. Now we see the super minions out of the clan castle with the dragons. You're right, they have to make their way to that town hall. Queen still has ability here. That's pretty impressive. She's working through not a lot of heavy defenses. With that long range tower down there, she will start to take heavier damage. Minion Prince going to go ahead and take down that town hall. But man, it's definitely fading out in the core.
Is it going to be enough? He's got 2 of them for that air defense. We're slowly getting there, Bash. If the Queen can get this fire spitter and get some damage off, he might just get it because we've got ground defenses.
Oh, the Queen's gonna get the wizards out.
22 seconds.
He got that bolt. He's big. I don't think he has enough time though. 22 seconds is not a lot. But that ranged up baby dragon, as long as it stays away from the minions, it'll deal more damage. As I'm worried about that ricochet cannon. The balloon's gonna go over there. We got the boogers from the Sneezy. It's close, Judo.
If anything, it's a 99. It's actually going to be a 98, isn't it? Heartbreak for Nebrak. So close. Can she get the minion prince? Can she help to take this down as Root Riders are taking immense damage?
Can he keep this royal champion up through? He's celebrating. E equals MC squared, and it's a 3-star for Einstein. Repotted Gaming are on a roll, and this is why I said this Tribe Gaming team does not want to face a hot Repotted squad. Tribe have to regroup as quickly as possible because they are up the creek right now against this Repotted squad. Repotted Gaming are looking to do the impossible, the lower bracket run, forcing the bracket reset. That means our last match will be for everything. It will be Tribe Gaming. It will be Repotted Gaming. Winner take all.
The first attack, get it on the way. P. Castro starting things off for Tribe Gaming. No clue if planned, I don't think so, but in the end it turned out amazing for P. Castro because this means the Fire Mites are already getting slowed down. We have the furnace taken care of with the poison. The ice golems are taken care of early on. And this means now on this back end where all of those defending heroes are, this is where the clan castle cannot help anymore.
So you can only bring 2 of those super troops in any given attack as the Queen is making her way through. The Warden's Eternal Tome. Actually, no, it looked like it was the Healing Tome to heal things up to the top. There's the King's Earthquake Boot, Spiky Ball, straight to the bottom, and he does trigger that Giga Bomb.
I think the Royal Champion up there just went down, if I saw this correctly, while the King at the bottom side is trying his best to already damage the defending King. The Moja Archtower on the bottom side is staying alive, and that might be a problem as time is ticking.
Yeah, it's ticking here. He has, unfortunately, no way to open this compartment. The Root Rider is going to go down, so he's going to have to get stuck on this wall. Sends in a Headhunter delayed. Queen's already burned her ability since the Giant is there. It's getting locked onto. Queen is going down, getting right on through this defensive King, but an Ice Golem can't really do much. It's going to stay to the edge. Queen is stuck in the core, and it's looking like a defense for General X and Repotted Gaming to start off the bracket reset. Can he grab the ground expo and then pull this Queen back? It would, maybe.
The air defense.
No. Oh!
Okay, he's playing it safe. The air defense was locked onto one of those healers. Another healer going down, so taking a lot of healer damage or even losing a couple of them early on. He now needs to make sure that the troops are walking in, trying to use the Royal Champion for that. The troop launcher is in there as well as he's pushing now into the Town Hall. But that front tower in the core, it stayed up.
Itsu, he hasn't dealt with the defensive CC, so he will have to encounter that, which most likely will have Furnace, Ice Golem combination, which means his troops can get frozen on approach to the backside.
There goes the overgrowth to make sure that that Mortar Crusher is not dealing too much damage as the defending Clan Castle is leaving now. He's dropping the poison to not just catch that Furnace, but as well the defending Minion Prince.
Ice Golem for the backside for something, maybe that Ricochet cannon, but there's a lot left here. Itsu, roots are gone. Giga Bomb next to that Monolith, but now it's about the percentage game. We had 87% from P. Castro. Can he approach that mark? It doesn't look like it, as the top side, the King's gonna get pulled into the Queen, and he's gonna go down, and Tribe can have the lead after the first set of attack.
Ooh, the ground expo is up next. He's taking a couple of shots from that Town Hall. Can he make it work? Okay. The Town Hall is under attack, and it should go down with the activation of the Haste Vial. Where is she heading next? We have her go for the top core, which means the next Inferno Tower is on the menu. Bitter Hut right after, and two more invisibility spells left to be deployed.
Oh, look at the value that Nebrax is pulling off here. Getting the Town Hall, getting one multi, getting the other, and he's continuing through, and the Ricochet cannon can go down the core as well. Yeah, he is coming from behind the sweeper from the top side, but I'm going to hang on to the warning ability. The Queen, though, is off to the right. The Headhunter perfectly timed to come for the King to keep that Queen going. She can grab the Fire Spitter, the air defense at the bottom side. Let these dragons work together at the top. The Minion Prince ability, maybe after he can lock onto the Poison Spell Tower, that could be a perfect line with the Minion Prince. No, he's waiting, really trying to wait as long as possible.
For that compartment, the Giant has to go through that compartment. Not too much damage, and oh my, that Minion Prince ability was crazy good.
A brilliant Minion Prince ability to slow things down. There's the Tornado Trap from the Rocket Loose. Giant's getting into this bottom compartment. Does find quite a bit of traps. He goes down, but it's going to be up to the Minion Prince with 37 seconds. We do have a Phoenix, so he will come back to life. Queen is taking some damage to it. She's also helping a handful of dragons with this Grand Warden. Itsu, it's looking good if he can continue through this bottom side.
Time is ticking as the Minion Prince is going crazy with that Dark Crown, making sure that damage is getting pushed out there. He is sure that this is going to be a 3-star, even though the Black Vine catching the Minion Prince. But this is the first 3-star for Tribe, not just in this match, but as well in the first, both matches combined, and they are back in it.
Can Temper step up, provide that defense, and it's the double overgrowth strategy. No lightning, no giant arrow for this Queen combination, and let's see if he can keep that value for this Royal Champion. Nebrax was able to get so much value. Looks like the Royal Champion is actually going to the top side towards this Tesla. Has to make that invisible to reroute the RC back into the core. Ice Golems are there. Watch out. RC, do not get locked onto those Ice Golems and get pulled to the top. And she does. She locks onto one. He recalls that Royal Champion. No, it's okay. He's going to have to push through this Giga Bomb. The Town Hall is awaiting. Giga Bomb goes off, but the Warden ability has been activated to help protect these roots. Going to really try to heal them up with the healers, but the Monolith is going to be locking on soon. Can he power through with a Rage spell into the core? He's waiting on this overgrowth, maybe with a Crusher Mortar to the backside of this base. He's being very patient. King to the far left takes out the Bomb Tower, but there is finally the overgrowth, taking on the Crusher Mortar, the Ricochet Cannon, and the multi to the back. But this core, like you mentioned, Itsu, it is nasty.
And it's staying up. That Fire Spitter just melted that Royal Champion. Her ability was non-existent whatsoever, and this core is just staying up. And the bad news is the Mortar Crusher is coming back. It's not even down.
89% 2-star there. It is just a few above that we saw from P. Castro at the 87 mark. Last time he did bring a 9 healer attack. Oh, he is bringing a 9 healer attack. This, I talked to him about this strategy, and he says that he's practiced this a lot, and it's all about getting...
Okay, he got him. Oh, good. I'm just getting too excited. I was not sure if he really got the fireball in there. Keep going.
Okay, I was just saying that he was practicing this. It's all about that Warden. If you lose the Warden, the attack is over. But it's all about multitasking. Warden goes up top. Queen goes to the left. You want to pull that Queen back, and look at these rocket loons. A brilliant invis to snipe the Expo, and the Flame Flinger can now work through the bottom side of the space. And my friends, this attack could possibly be a 1-star because the Town Hall tends to be one of the last things to go down.
The multitasking is just going crazy. He has the board on the top left. King and Queen on the far right. At the bottom side, the Flame Flinger. We cannot even zoom that much out of the attack that we could even see everything because so much going on. And he still has the Royal Champion now jumping in as well from the bottom side to tank and take down this Expo so the Flame Flinger can even continue with the value.
This is what I'm talking about. You're leaving the Town Hall for the end. And luckily, the Royal Champion does lock onto the Town Hall. So it's at least going to secure the second star. The Warden is still going. He needs to keep moving to the top side. Look at everything converging together. 2 freezes, 3 Rockaloons. Maybe send the Rockaloons to the left. Yes, one's going over there to Tesla. The Flame Flinger is actually still there. Hasn't opened yet. Maybe freeze the defensive minion points where the Queen's coming. Perfect freeze right there.
What is this attack? Kronos is showing us how it's done.
Wow.
The Warden still alive. The Queen saved with the freeze. The Royal Champion coming in as well to get that 3-star. This man is built different. Getting Tribe even further ahead in this final match of this World Championship.
Well, if there's anyone that you want to step up for your team, it's this man right here, Einstein. He is able to get 3 stars left and right and even in his sleep. Let's see if he can do it here with a Warden Fireball. The final match of the competition in the balloon right away, pulling a Seeking Airmine, pulling a second Seeking Airmine. This area could essentially be trapped here.
Question is, how many more traps are there? Do we see even more? And I mean, okay, this was more likely. Oh, wait a second. This was more like a Root Rider approach where you try to take down the first couple of loons and such to really have those healers hitting those red bombs.
Warden, charge, invis, mortar, invis up top. Fireball! It goes to the multi. It does hit the Clan Castle. He takes out the Crusher Mortar as well. He gets the value he's looking for to set up the rest of his hit.
There goes the wall because we have now the opening towards the Town Hall. This King and Queen Hero Dive can get access to the Town Hall, but the question is, do they have enough power? There we go, the Rage. We have as well now the healers raised up to really keep those troops alive. The Freeze in there as well to make sure that they're getting those buildings out. But this backhand is still looking dangerous. It's still looking like really not easy to overpower.
He still has the Royal Champion, not even deployed yet, with an invis and 3 Rockaloons left. He is looking good. It's about time here. The King and Queen have walked to the backside. There's the invis. Take that out. Pops the RC ability. Rockaloons as well.
Rockaloons to really take down the less hope out of this base because this is Repotted answer to Tribe Gaming. They're getting their first 3-star on the board as well, and this means that this match is far from being over.
He keeps Repotted in this match.
And I think he has the best hit rate when he does not need to 3-star because he's always 3-starring right then. So let's find out what Rick Heroes is going to do for his team as we have a couple of those Rocket Loons damaging those outside Wizard Towers. Now the Royal Champion exactly at the 50-second mark. This is important to get those timings in for those invisibility spells. And he's going right into this Poison Tower compartment.
And keep your eye on any traps, including that Tornado Trap. He is trying to get the value with this RC one by one, deploying those invises. She's going to the bottom side, uses another one. She can path into the core, and yes, indeed, she's going exactly there. Another invis, Earthquake. She's going to be able to grab the Town Hall. Another invis, and he's continuing. Yes, the Spirit Fox took some damage, but the Town Hall going down, plus everything else, is fantastic so far.
This is crazy. Really good control over the Royal Champion. And as well with that, avoided the Poison Tower because that would have slowed him down quite a bit. Instead, getting the Town Hall, getting the core, everything is gone. But at the same time, this is a heavy investment. Remember, this means no overgrowth, no other crazy spell support. He is relying on his troops and his hero abilities to make this work.
Enemy Queen is there targeting the Valk, so they're going for the wall, but the Headhunter jumps, going to be able to try to help take this Queen down. The Headhunter, unfortunately, does go down. So the archers are trying to take the enemy Queen down over the wall. The archers do secure her. So at least any distraction up there is gone. So his Queen and the Roots are continuing through this bottom side one by one. The King also deployed to the bottom. Warden's going to hang on to his ability as long as possible, probably trying to use it when he approaches that Crusher Mortar to the middle of the space.
This is going to be the crucial moment when he's going, and if he's going to take down the Mortar Crusher, the Tornado Trap is going to delay things even further. The freeze was really nice to really push into that power of the base. When is the Warden popping?
There it is.
There we go. The Eternal ability is getting used. He has to get quick access towards that Mortar Crusher. Otherwise, things might go down. He turned that minion prince invisible, and it's going to deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's doing a lot. The Crushing Mortar needs to go down with these roots assisting. The Queen and King still have their abilities. The Queen can pop hers soon, so the Giant can get out in front. But look, the top side, there are some open compartments up there, so the King can walk his way in and out of there with no wall breakers left. The roots need to move through. The defensive King is there. Drops a minion to the top side to help with cleanup. What about the gold storage that's off to the left over there? Keep your eye on that, but he's still waiting as long as possible to use his cleanup and this ability of the King.
With the Queen ability, making sure that he can get through that compartment a little quicker. The Giant has gotten that wall open. The King, as I said, can leave and enter into the base. Giant bombs on the outside, but that spiky ball has to get him the 3-star. And there we go, going through. Queen is there, Queen close, ward in, and this is again the answer from Tribe Gaming.
What? That is now 3 triples for Tribe. This must 3-star here for Repotted Gaming. Yeti off to the right. The Hog Rider, nice touch to jump out in front to test for any Teslas to protect that Flame Flinger. As he set up that funnel, Warden will be pulled now down to the Queen. Ice Golems deployed, Super Yetis are down. He set the funnel, pushing into the Town Hall, then he can jump and even pair in a King Earthquake boot after that, or maybe even before it, so he can jump to the backside of the base.
We have the furnace on the far left side doing its job, spawning fire bites and taking down the outside buildings, where we have now the interesting push into that core. Everything is relying on this one. The Royal Champion in there as well, trying to really push those troops even further into the side. The Ice Golems are in there and distracting all those troops.
The Flame Flinger is still there. They're converging into the top side. The defensive minion prince is hitting, but the Warden ability is still there. Just goes off perfectly to continue this push to the top side.
And as all of this is going on, the Flame Finger is still working. General X is feeling it. There's another freeze coming in. And with those defenses going down one by one, we see just only troops left in this attack, because this Giant is not going down anymore. And there is plenty of time left. General X has done it again. He has kept his team in this competition.
But really, the fate of Tribe Gaming is going to come down to the hands of Temper. If he's able to put up enough of the percentage, they can take this one and lock up the victory. 83 is the tie. 84 is the victory. That's the mark you have to keep in mind here. So let's see what Temper can do. No pressure, my friend, with double overgrowths. An Angry Jelly on the Warden. Is it a fireball? I don't think so. It's probably just a Warden charge, and then move into the roots as the Warden is down. A couple red air bombs to start. Do not lose this Warden here, Temper.
With owning Expo on the Warden, he should be fine for now. But there's always the time pressure when you're using the Angry Jelly, because remember, it is going to lose the effect after a few seconds. Well, the Fire Spitter is gone. Can he get that Expo as well?
Yeah, that Expo will be nice value as he's setting this up with 4 Rocket Loons, 4 Root Riders, the double overgrowth to be able to be used as he slowly will make his way around the base. Once his Expo goes down, you can start with the roots at the bottom. A Tesla does pop here. Does he try to grab that? He's going to get stuck on these buildings here. But there's the Queen. Should pull the Warden, and indeed, she does.
Where is she going after that hero hole? No, she's staying with the troops, and that was super crucial.
Nice blimp there, so that Town Hall does not hit the healers. Takes it down, also pulls out the Clan Cows. Poisons it up in the core. Remember, 83% is the mark to tie. 84% is a war victory, and Tribe will be crowned the champions. He continues through with the King to the left. Snakes are jumping, finding quite a bit of traps, but there is a delayed Ice Hound pulling the poison and freezing this top section up.
But this Archer Queen, he is forcing her into the direction of the Root Riders with a really, really smart deployed invisibility spell. Now it's all about this back end. The Queen, though, turning around. There are many defenses. The Warden might go down.
Uh-oh, the Queen's going the wrong way. She's going to the bottom. Is this a chance for Repotted Gaming? There's the overgrowth onto the monolith. To stop hitting it because he wants this rage gem of the Warden. He's slowly moving through, but the Queen will have her ability. So she can actually stay to the edge, help grab percent over there. He's going to have to push through the top side into that Giga Bomb. Couple back and Rocket Loons for this multi to try to keep that Warden alive.
Oh no, the Queen might go through the wall, and this will be really, really painful for her. No, instead, she's going around the outside, and that's exactly where he needs her, because this means that she might get some more percentage points. The King at the top side already went down. but the percentage points
Oh
are
my.
just missing. He's just closing in on the 70% mark.
Uh-oh. Is the door open for Repotted Gaming? Member 83 is the tie. If Philip triples, they could win on the final attack. The Queen's still going, racking up every single building. Remember, that is why every building matters. 75, Giants going through. Splash will kill these skellies. Multi-arch tower goes down. 77, just a few buildings down, but the real Queen's gone.
And the Queen Clone is gone as well. 77 seconds. Rocket Loons are swarming in.
Oh, no.
79. He needed 84% to clutch this victory. But in the
Wow.
end, it will be maybe 80%. 80%.
It doesn't matter. It has to be a 3 now from Philip. A 3-star to win the World Championships, all on Philip's shoulders. The final attack of the Clash of Clans World Championship in 2025 comes down to Philip and Repotted Gaming with a giant arrow and lightning spells. Good luck to Philip.
But this base looks for sure interesting with the Rage Tower behind that Town Hall, which is not as common. So how does this work? Let's find out as he's setting up that giant arrow. The lightnings are in. Does he hit the giant arrow? And yes, the core is gone.
How are his hands just not shaking so much? He's focused, he's dialed in here as the Queen and Warden charging to the top side. Notice he does have that recall spell to pull the Queen and the Warden back from the top side. But time, that's the one thing. If it's a 99% 2, Tribe will be the winners. It's gotta be the 3 or nothing.
Everything is in now, which means that Queen at the top side trying to somehow take even more value out. Getting a recall now, but the Ricochet Cannon being the first target for the Root Riders. Everything now is sent in from the top side. The healers are in, Test Loons are in as well, and the Minion Prince has to go down quick.
Oh, the Minion Prince is locking onto these roots. The Queen can come over, the Headhunter slows him down. But remember from that giant arrow from the very start, the funnel was created. They're pathing their way all the way around, but that Flame Flinger is now gonna get in range of the enemy Queen. Skellies pop over there, so it opens up with these Yetis now.
We have the Eternal, no wait, the Healing Tome activated, the King Spiky Ball activated early, and the Rage Tower staying there.
Oh, he's still going. The Rage Spell Tower has not been activated. The King is gone from the bottom. You usually want to keep that King alive to get at the value towards the backside. Royal Champion still has her ability with the Skelly, a freeze, but Itsu, there's only a minute left in the hit.
Time is ticking. The Royal ability can be used at any point. There goes the Tornado Trap, rotating everything away from this Fire Spitter, which is now start firing. We have the Royal Champ going for the Town Hall. There's as well the Giga Bomb waiting as well.
He's moving. The Town Hall's going down, but there's a lot on the backside. Is there enough time? The Giga Bomb's going to be a problem. The RC ability goes off. Do Repotted have enough? Tribe staying calm. They know it's not over. 36 seconds left. The Queen is gone. It's just the Royal Champion Itsu.
A Royal Champion in a dream, and the Fire Spitter is the dream for Tribe Gaming for the first World Championship, because this is not going to work, and Philip is not going to get this 3-star. With the Royal Champion going down, this means Tribe Gaming is your World Champion.
Congratulations, Tribe Gaming has done it! Your 2025 Clash of Clans World Champions! They've turned their second place finishes finally into a first place finish. They took down the team that defeated them last year in the grand finals. They got their revenge and have earned the title. Congratulations, Tribe Gaming!